Welcome to the channel talking all things Zelda, and I don't think anyone saw the announcement of The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom coming, whereby Princess Zelda is the main protagonist, alongside an utterly stunning Hyrule Edition Nintendo Switch Lite. This brand new entry in the series looks like a completely fresh experience, and one that I am thoroughly looking forward to exploring. It's nice to have innovative Zelda titles such as this in between mainline entry games. So let's take a look at 10 details you may have missed. First up, your main support, Try the Fairy, includes a limit on how many echoes Zelda can summon at any one time. The triangles or echo shards, we can name them, trail after try, and I suspect the maximum count of echo shards available will be expandable over the course of the adventure. Each echo also includes a cost in the top right corner above the currently selected echo bubble, with the number of echo shards required for each summon being depicted over that particular echo. Some echoes, like the spinner, will only cost one echo shard, whereas more involved summons, such as monsters, appear to cost 2 echo shards. Next, it seems that this game may feature multiple dimensions or alternate kingdoms, something we have seen before in the Zelda series, and it looks like this may be where the citizens of Hyrule are disappearing to within the rifts in space. But the biggest piece of evidence to support this is shown by the presence of both the old and the new versions of the Zora race. So I suspect we'll be getting some interspersing of worlds here, with the obvious connotation of possible travel between them. Top-down Zelda games often adopt this mechanic, so we may see some additional variations. Up next, the hood that Link is wearing being a first for a top-down Zelda game, which is then adorned by Zelda following his disappearance, is similar in nature to the Hylian hood from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at a first glance. However, upon further inspection, it bears a striking resemblance to the patterns and architecture used by the Twilight from Twilight Princess or the Zonai structures from the Wild era. Could the Twilight Realm be the one we are seeing in the Rifts, albeit with a slightly different aesthetic to what we have seen before? It could be this game engine's version of the Twilight Realm, staying with the theme of the hood for a minute. Link has new moves and a new sword in a smart looking teal variant. Just watch his new jump spin attack again, a brand new move for his repertoire, which clearly may be completely surplus to requirements due to Zelda being the protagonist. But I think there may be a section of this game, perhaps near the end, when fighting the game's main villain, whereby we will either play as Link or use an echo of Link. We may even take control of Link in small segments as he attempts to escape the alternate dimension. Next, we've got the return of some other well-known characters. One of these closely resembles Impa, and while this is an older iteration of Impa, she seems to be adept in combat, which fits with her usual character profile. We've also got other returning races such as the Gerudo, as you can see here, and a Deku Scrub. Zelda even appears to be summoning a Redead in this sequence, giving off a similar vibe to the creepy versions found in the Wind Waker. Going back to the alternate dimension for a moment, there are floating islands or fragments of places present in the all-engulfing purple corruption caused by the new rifts. Could this be the Sacred Realm, or even the gap between dimensions that we glimpse when moving between Hyrule and Lorule in a link between worlds? Next up, could the main villain be the same Ganon from the one in Ocarina of Time? I say this because of the method he is using to keep Zelda prisoner. He has encapsulated her in the same pink crystal as the one used to hold her in Ocarina of Time. Though Link defeats him here, this may have been a part of Ganon's cunning plan, luring Link to this room to trap him in the other dimension. What he hasn't considered though is that Zelda will use her own powers and the aid of her new supporter Tri to mount a fight back. And sticking with Tri for a moment, Did you notice that Tri is indeed classed as a fairy? Fairies do pervade the Zelda series in fairness, but the era in which they are most prevalent and act as the lead character's direct companion is the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask era. I'll be making some more comprehensive theory videos soon, but just something to think about in terms of timeline placement. And here's one that you may not have picked up on. Could our protagonist Zelda in fact be from another dimension? The rationale behind my thinking here is connected to the locale in which Zelda first meets Tri. The meeting takes place inside a prison cell, much like Midna's first meeting with Link in Twilight Princess. Might the soldiers that find Zelda in this shot here instead realise that she is, to them at least, an imposter, and she hence ends up being detained while they consider what has happened to their own leader? Another detail you may have missed may indicate a return to some of the Zelda series' more traditional features, which are generally more suited to the top-down play style. Take a look at the D-pad element of the HUD. We can only see the tri-rod featured there from the gameplay shown, likely early game footage, which suggests that the other slots may be reserved for different items that will in turn unlock further sections of the Hyrule overworld, or will be used for additional abilities of the tri-rod. It is called the tri-rod after all, which would suggest it will have 3 uses, likely connected to the 3 elements of the Triforce: wisdom, courage and power. Have you spotted anything else interesting in the Echoes of Wisdom reveal trailer? Let me know in the comments below. And if you share my passion for all things Legend of Zelda, please help me reach my first milestone of 1,000 subscribers and hit that subscribe button. I've got lots of stuff planned, including some interesting theories on Echoes of Wisdom. Thanks, have a good one, and catch you next time.